That is an overheated chicken. Hi, it's Sammy at Mills Manger, and with this crazy heat wave that people are going through or about to go through, there's a lot of people searching for solutions on how to keep their various animals cool. Oh, hi Izzy. First and foremost is, of course, to keep them having plenty of water. It's better if it can be nice, fresh, cool water, but some of these water troughs heat up pretty quickly. But keeping them cool is good. We actually put a big frozen water bottle in some of our waters to try to keep them nice and refreshing for the animals between water changes. This is actually a really cool thing. You can probably see it behind me. We just got this put up. This is a misting system. And we just have it zip tied to our fence. And it actually drops the temperature around it pretty substantially, even with the animals that can't directly get in the stream of water or choose not to. It still helps lower the overall temperature around that area, which seems to be keeping them a lot cooler. Another thing you could do for those of us that have rabbits is you can go and just get some really cheap tiles at Home Depot or any place that sells tiles, really. And you can put those in their cage so they can lay on that, and just that alone is cool as long as it's not in the direct light. The other thing that I know some people have done is they have separate sets of the tiles, and they'll keep one batch in the freezer and they'll just swap them out. And oh, Izzy, she's covered in let's go with mud on her tail, and I'm in the splash zone. I just got a little bit of extra something there. But anyways, you can switch out the tiles, and then they'll have something really, really cold to lay on. I have not tried that myself because I'm a little bit worried about cracking in the extreme temperature difference between going from a deep freeze to a 100+ degree day. So I have not done that, but just straight up tiles in the shade in their pen is really helping, and then changing out the cold water as possible. Now they also make, let's see if I can get over there. They also make these little solar powered fans, and you can get the little solar powered fans and a little bitty solar panel for really not that expensive. I can't remember right off the top of my head how much they run, but it's not that much. We actually got, sorry, I'm locking the gate behind us here. We actually got one and set it up for our meat birds. We've used it for the rabbits before too, and they really seemed to enjoy it a lot. All right, let's see if I can get a good angle. So, just a little solar power panel, nothing fancy, and then it's USB powers this little USB powered fan. And yeah, they're still nice and toasty, but that fan definitely helps. Get some airflow, and you can set up multiple ones, or if you're close enough to an outlet, just give them a bigger size fan. We actually have 2 outdoor fans that we got off of Amazon that we're going to be installing in some of the shelters. We have one in with our young birds. We have some speckled Sussex that we're raising up to add to our flock, and it's just a box fan, you guys. $20 at Walmart. Ooh, got my hand. Ouch. Look, it's just a box fan. Now, no, those are not rated for being outside. Ours is covered pretty well, and you do need to be aware that there is a potential for a fire hazard, so don't ignore that fact. So be careful with it. Ours is doing pretty well. We actually have it plugged into a outlet, so it kicks on at a certain temperature and it turns back off by itself. So I think we have ours set for 80 or 85, and it'll turn that fan on for them, and they love it. It gives them the airflow, so it feels cooler for them. Feels a lot nicer. Another thing, I don't know if you could see it in there, but frozen treats or chilled treats. Like we had some watermelon rind, and some just little bits of watermelon that the kids dropped on the floor when they were eating. Giving those when they're out of the refrigerator. Some people do freezer, but when they're out of the refrigerator, it's a nice cool treat. I would steer clear of things like frozen meats for your dogs. You can do refrigerated stuff like that, and that's fine. But the frozen, there has been some people that have reported having issues with frozen foods and the dogs taking big chunks out of it and eating a frozen chunk, and then it causes digestive upset. I can't remember if it's bloat or what caused, but it wasn't good. So I would definitely steer clear of that, but refrigerated would be fine. And yeah, they'll love it. You can put ice bottles, just frozen pop bottles or frozen juice bottles, anything. You can set those out too for the animals to lay up against. You can put those in their water to keep it cooler. There's a bunch of different things that you can do to help keep them cool, but the biggest, of course, and most necessary are a water source, preferably as cool as you can get it, and some shade. If there's a breeze, they can handle quite a bit of heat. If there's air movement and they have the fresh water that they can, all the fresh water that they can drink. So that's super important, but just keep an eye on them. You know your animals, and you can tell when they're getting overly stressed from heat. You can, if you do notice excessive stress from heat with the rabbits, you can wet their ears with cool water. Same with pretty much other animals as well. Wet those ears, wet the head. If they'll let you hose them off, awesome. If not, focus on the ears, because a lot of heat is evaporated through that, especially with animals like the rabbits. So, but anyways, stay cool. Watch yourself too. Make sure that you're drinking enough water and not out more than necessary. I'm about ready to go in myself right now. So I just had to come out and check on everybody, make sure everybody's waters were still good. So figured I'd do a video here with some tips. So, all right, guys, see you next time.